Russia shifting focus to victory by early May in eastern Ukraine, U.S. officials say.
Russia has revised its Ukraine war strategy to focus on taking control of the Donbass and other regions in eastern Ukraine with a target date of early May, according to several U.S. officials familiar with the latest U.S. intelligence assessments.
More than a month into the war, Russian ground forces have been unable to keep control of areas where they have been fighting.
Russian President Vladimir Putin is under pressure to demonstrate he can show a victory, and eastern Ukraine is where he is most likely to achieve that, officials say.
U.S. intelligence intercepts suggest Putin is focused on May 9, Russia's Victory Day, according to a U.S. official.
May 9th is a prominent holiday on the Russian calendar, a day on which the country marks the Nazi surrender in World War II with a huge parade of troops and weaponry across Red Square in front of the Kremlin.
The officials say Putin wants to celebrate a victory of some kind in his war that day. But other officials note even if there is a Russian celebration, an actual victory may be further off.
Putin will have a victory parade on May 9th regardless the status of the war or peace talks, a European defense official said. On the other hand, a victory parade with what troops and vehicles?
Chechnya-style long, drawn-out war because he, to a certain extent, has nowhere else to go on this. There are European diplomat or several reasons behind the May timeframe, the officials say. A European diplomat.
As the winter freeze ends and the ground softens, it will be harder for heavy Russian ground units to maneuver, meaning it's vital for those forces to get into place as soon as possible. U.S. intelligence assesses.
Russian-backed fighters have also already been in that region for years. The Donbass region of eastern Ukraine is where Russian separatist forces took control of territory in 2014.
Ahead of May 9th, Putin set the goal of a victory parade for this war, Ukrainian officials.
Former Ukrainian Prime Minister Arseniy Yatsenyuk told CNN's Wolf Blitzer Friday the Ukrainians believe they are facing a very complex and difficult month as Putin tries meet a deadline. His ultimate goal was and will be to take over Ukraine, but he failed.
He failed due to a very strong resolve of Ukrainian military and very strong unity of Ukraine and the Western world and the sanctions that have been imposed by the United States.
G7 and the European Union, Yatsenyuk said. So now, as far as I see, Putin switched to Plan B. My take is that this Plan B has a kind of deadline.
The U.S. also assesses Putin is now preparing, for the first time, to name an overall commander of the war to achieve greater Russian successes, two U.S. officials said.
The U.S. believes Putin will likely name a general who has been in the southern part of Ukraine, because that is a place where Russians have succeeded in their objectives.